Hey OT speedrunners, this is going to be a tutorial on Big-Octo skip, which is the new big trick in glitchless. Well, not that it's new, but it's newly added to the route. So after boomerang, you're coming from there, and you head this way. You want to enter all the way on the right side of this door. You're probably on VC, which means you can't enter the sides of doors, so like off this slope is where you can enter it. Actually, a little bit further to the left than that even. So this is where you want to enter the door, and as soon as you enter the door, you're going to target, roll forward twice pretty quickly, faster than normal roll spacing. So like this, target, roll, roll. Now, if you look at the reddish splotch on the ground, actually I'll just show it. This splotch, it kind of makes a circle. Right in the whole middle here, right where I'm standing. Right in the middle of it is where you want to pull the bomb, like right here. Right where that bomb is, that's where you want to pull it. So like this. Right there. I pulled the bomb like 2 frames ago. And then you want to just keep holding forward and run off the edge. And as soon as Link jumps, you want to switch to up left. Now this angle might vary a little bit depending on your controller, so you might have to experiment a little bit with what works best for you. So I'm running forward and I hold up left the moment I jump off. Now, you know you did it wrong if Link turns before the edge and actually jumps in an up left direction. You want him jumping forward and then just curving the jump up left. That way he barely makes it onto this platform, as you'll see, like that, right? Then keep holding up left, and you want to jump off this platform right around the top corner here that I'm jumping off of now. And when you jump off again, you want to target midair and switch to forward. Now you should be facing right on the right end of the opening. And this is important because the opening, if you can notice, curves away from you in the center, right? And that means that you won't make a jump if you're aiming towards the center. So you want to be aiming towards the right side, but not so far to the right that you're up on that slanted part on the side. That part all the way on the side. But you see I'm aiming on by the flat part. That's the best plan. So you're holding forward now, and you want to wait until this frame, which is the red frame of the bomb right before the big blue, when it starts to grow. On this frame, you want to tap shield to shield drop it. Well, not tap shield, but you want to press shield and unpause lag and get 1 frame of input of shield, target, and forward. Excuse bad buffering. Like that. If the bomb got bigger, then you know you did it right, or you know you're on the right frame. And on this frame, you just want to mash jump slash out of unpause lag while still holding forward and target. And then you'll be there. So, I'm going to explain a few ways why this would go wrong. So, if you pull the bomb early, or late, let's say, then if you'll notice, the red frame that I want isn't until now. I'm all the way on the way down, right? So this might not work. Oh, see, that wasn't even the frame I wanted. I needed a whole extra cycle. So the frame I wanted on the bomb isn't until this one, and look how far down I am, right? So I pulled the bomb late, so the bomb won't explode until I'm all the way on the way down. So if you watch, let's watch for the explosion frame. 2 more from now. Right, I'm already below the platform. If I had shield dropped it, I would not have made it. If I pull the bomb early, you're gonna have the opposite problem. It's gonna explode when you're too far away. Like 2 fast rolls, and I pull the bomb way before the splotch. Now, the frame that I want is like here. That's big blue, and I'm super far away. Now, here's something that you can do. If you notice you're a little bit too far away and you pulled the bomb just a little bit early, If you shield drop on the red frame right before Big Blue, you can actually wait an extra frame before jump slashing. Make sure you only tap shield for one frame. This next frame, what I'm going to be doing is just holding forward and no shield. So I moved away from the bomb a little bit. And this can give you some extra distance sometimes. But it wasn't enough, because I pulled that bomb super early. So another thing you can do to help out with this trick is you can actually curve your jumps. It's in your best interest to target after you jump off the elevator as soon as possible. Because while you're buffering, you can change your inputs to curve ever so slightly. Let's see if I can purposely get a bad angle. Pull bomb, up left. Right, so now, if you notice, I'm aiming too far to the right. I won't make this, unless I start curving up left. So I'm going to start curving up left, and then on this frame, this is the frame I want, I'm going to shield, and I'm going to let an extra frame pass so that I can get an extra frame of up left input, so I can move ever so slightly to the side of the bomb. And now I'm going to jump slash again, or jump slash on this frame, and the bomb will, I've been curving left, and the bomb will push me to the left because I'm off center of the explosion. And I barely made it. And you can curve the other way too. If you are aiming too far to the middle, you can curve your jumps to the right. So I'm aiming a little bit to the right now, so I can start holding up right while I wait for my frame. And I'll let one more frame pass with no shield input, and now I'll jump slash. And we made it. So now what I'm going to do is explain the backup if you fail. So I'm going to fail it on purpose so we know we have the same elevator timing as we normally would. So I failed. The first thing you want to do is put away your sword, which means let this Octorok shoot you once, and then dodge the shot, and then stand still and tap A. Okay. So now target this wall, backflip, side roll and target, and then what you want to do is run forward, like as the top of the elevator passes Link's head, which it's doing right now. And if I had been a little faster, you'd be able to wait a little bit for that. It's not very hard to get here in time. So you want to run forward on somewhere around that queue, and then hold shield as you land, so that you stick. You want to hold forward through that whole jump, and then hold shield so you stick. Now on the way up, you're going to be looking for when the blue switch first becomes visible. And when that happens, you're going to pull the bomb. It's not super precise, but you want it to be right around there, so do it a few times to get used to being able to anticipate when it's going to appear. So I'm going to pause so you can see. Like right about now, or a couple frames later. One more. Okay, you can barely see the top pixel of the blue switch, right? On this frame, or any of the frames immediately surrounding it, you are going to pull the bomb out and wait until... I don't actually know how to describe it, but let's do it by feel. Okay, so after 3 red flashes, the bomb is going to start to fade. And the ideal frame is this one, right before it fades to blue, after fading from the 3rd red flash. Anything surrounding this frame works. If you deviate more than 1 frame in either direction, it's going to start to get wonky. But on this frame, you're going to hold forward and target. Now, on this frame, this is the frame before Big Blue. This is the frame that you'd normally let go. And by let go, I mean shield. And just keep holding forward and jump slash. And that's pretty lenient. all the cues I said are pretty lenient. So let's do this one more time. The backup without so much pausing. So we're gonna fail this. So let's put away our sword. Now we need to get here, backflip, side roll. Wait until there. You don't need to pause buffer this, but just hold forward, and then hold shield as you land. Turn around, target. You want to pull bomb as the blue switch comes into view. Like now. Okay, so this is the first frame after the one I said before. You want the reddish frame right before this, ideally. So going a little late here means that the bomb is going to explode a little earlier. So here's what I'll do as an adjustment. You always want to adjust for things with this trick. It's not, because it's so freeform, you can't really do a perfect setup. So 1 frame later, moving forward, means that the bomb is going to explode earlier in my jump. So let's get the red frame that we need, which is this one, I think? No, later. Yeah, it's later. Okay, this is the one we want. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to get a little extra distance on this, because it's going to explode earlier than it did last time, by waiting 2 frames before jump slashing after the shield drop. So I'm going to shield drop for 1 frame, let 1 frame pass with no input except for forward and target, and then I'm going to jump slash this time. And we made it. So, depending on where in the cues you are, you might want to adjust a little bit based on the ideal things that I told you earlier. So that's about it for this trick. It makes a lot of sense after you do it a lot. There's a lot of subtlety to this trick. So I hope this was illuminating for you, and I hope that it didn't turn you off to running glitchless. But it's a really cool trick, and have fun.